Breaking news, the Kansas City Chiefs have traded up from pick 32 to pick 28 to get Xavier Worthy, the Texas wide receiver with the fastest ever 40-yard dash time at the NFL Combine. Let's talk about it here on the Chiefs Report. I'm your host, Jace Andrews, and I'll start with saying this right off the bat. Am I happy with this pick? Yes, and here is the main reason why. I was expecting the Chiefs to select Kingsley Suamataia, Jordan Morgan, or some offensive tackle at pick number 32. Instead, they get a wide receiver at pick number 28, which, to be fair, they possibly could have gotten back in the potential number 32 overall. Let's look at the trade details before we talk about Xavier Worthy to see how you feel about this trade. So, first of all, it's 7th round and a first round pick swap, basically. You're going up a couple spots in the first round there from number 32 to number 28. The Bills getting number 32. You then go back from the 3rd round to an extra 4th round pick at number 133. So no more 3rd round pick for the Chiefs. They only have one tomorrow on day 2 with rounds 2 and 3. And then the 7th round, you move back a little bit going from number 221. That was the Titans pick, by the way, going to number 248 in the 7th round. So you were at 252. Now you move to 248 after a couple different trades. And you're only losing a 3rd round pick, but you get a 4th round pick getting Xavier Worthy. I'll take that every single day. Now, Xavier, obviously the fastest guy ever in the 2024 NFL Combine, and the fastest guy ever at the Combine with a 40-yard dash time of 4.21. And his speed is not just running speed. It's not just Combine speed. It's in-game speed. This guy is a speedster, and we've talked a lot about his teammate A.D. Mitchell, but it is ultimately Xavier Worthy who ends up with the Kansas City Chiefs. He is very good at bursting from the line of scrimmage, but here's the thing that we have to come and really digress with. He is not the strongest guy, and he is a little bit thinner when it comes to 50-50 catches. However, if you've watched the Chiefs for a long time, if you've been with them, you know that's not something they're really that worried about. They expect them to get space, and when you have a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes, you don't need that much space to get a ball thrown to you. You just need a little bit because Patrick Mahomes is going to drop it right in the bucket, and you're going to have somebody right there for them to have. So the number 7 overall wide receiver we have, number 32 overall, again, could they have gotten him number 32 is the question we're probably all going to ask for a bit. But let's grade this pick and decide how we feel about Xavier Worthy going to the Kansas City Chiefs. A, being a great pick. B, being above average. C, average. D, below average. F, you don't like this at all. You think it's stupid. They should have just stayed at 32 and taken somebody else. Let me know down in the comment section, grading the pick of Xavier Worthy, trading up to number 28 with the Buffalo Bills. I truly do like this pick, and I know that that is something that will probably be heavily debated on if you could have gotten him at pick number 32. But he has his ability to not only be a speedster and run the length of the field, but also being able to make sure that in close yardage situations, close to the end zone, he can get open. He is very good to kind of get those agility skills and make people move out of the way, and Xavier Worthy is perfect with Patrick Mahomes. Now you know what's perfect with buying tickets? Game Time. Game Time is your one-stop shop for all your ticketing needs, whether it's sports, music, comedy, theater. They got you covered with last-minute tickets and deals unlike any other. Plus, their app is super user-friendly. You can see all your tickets all in one place. And the best part about this, guess what? It's super easy to use. And you get $20 off your first purchase by using code CHATSPORTS at the redeem code section. Promise you, you will not be disappointed with Game Time. You can see the view from your seat before you buy, so you know exactly what to expect when you arrive. They're all-in prices, show your total up front, so you know you're getting a great deal before you check out. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the start of the event, and even an hour after it starts, it's the place to find last-minute seats. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS. ChatSports for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Let's talk about Mr. Xavier Worthy and what we saw here from the Athletics' Dane Brugler, saying, quote, Worthy doesn't have ideal size, toughness, or play strength, but his dynamic speed and playmaking instincts make him a threat as both a wide receiver and return man. He doesn't have the body of work of Deshaun Jackson, but he teases similar flashes. Grade, second or third round pick, number 50 overall, end quote. I agree with them. I think that overall, Worthy is probably somebody who you could potentially have gotten at 32, and that's where the question comes in of, will they actually benefit from this trade? What will the Bills do at 32? Do they take a wide receiver? I think that could honestly get you an answer, because if the Bills take a wide receiver, maybe they were going to get Xavier Worthy, and the Chiefs decided, no, we're going to go get them instead. So it's something to look at, and I wonder if the return man is something they are looking at. You have Kadarius Toney next year. You have Luis Rees-Zammit. Is that somebody you want to have with your team? I mean, Xavier Worthy is somebody who had more yards than A.D. Mitchell last year. We showed him a lot and talked about those two wide receivers as ones that could be with the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, you get Xavier, 75 receptions, over 1,000 yards and 5 touchdowns, and a dynamic playmaker all over the field, including what was maybe the most memorable touchdown of the regular season in college football last year on his absolute bomb of a catch against Alabama early on in the season. He's something that I think is going to fit well with Patrick Mahomes. I know that that's something that maybe you don't exactly want to look at because you want to get the best guy available, but he makes space. And when you have a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes who can fit balls into wherever they need to be fit, then guess what? You are able to make sure that whoever you get, as long as he has speed, you can be able to use him properly. And once again, I continuously say this, guess what? Chiefs value speed, and they did it again this year. They value speed too much in some ways, but Brett Veach, I know. John Ross, Justin Ross. It's also Tyreek Hill, though. There's a potential, not saying it will be, but maybe they do that with him and make Xavier Worthy the next Tyreek Hill. Obviously, they did trade away their third-round pick, but they still do have a second-round pick tomorrow, so we will be updating you on everything that happens with that, and when they have a pick, we will have a video out for you, so make sure you are subscribed right here on the Chiefs Report, because tomorrow, when they make a pick at number 64, we're going to have you covered, or if another trade happens, we will also have you covered, so hit that subscribe button, youtube.com/ChiefsTV. Xavier Worthy, man, oh man, he is the Kansas City Chief. Let me know how you feel about this, because I know there is a lot of different things that people are feeling right now. Obviously, could you have gotten him at 32 is a big question you'll ask. Was it worth it to trade up? Here's the thing that I want you to consider, though. This isn't giving up that much. The only thing that you really gave up was your third-round pick, and you got a fourth-round pick into it. Now, here's what you do. You take an offensive tackle tomorrow in round 2, and then when you get to round 4, you have 2 picks then. You've got a pick in round 5, and then a couple of round 7 picks as well, a couple there. So you're going to have a lot of day 3 picks to kind of fill out your roster. And I continuously say this, the Chiefs have small needs. Guess what? You get your wide receiver here, you get your offensive tackle tomorrow, you're kind of in a really, really good spot. The only thing that I will say as a knack to this thing, cornerbacks were in a really great spot. Kool-Aid McKinstry was available. Nate Wiggins was available. I almost wonder if you just wait to 32 and see who's available. If Xavier Worthy's there, great, take him. If he's not, cool. Kool-Aid may be there. AD may be there. I think that's the question that you do have to kind of do a little bit of searching for us. Was it worth it? But still, when you have so less of needs, it's all right to do something like that. Speaking of the next pick for the Kansas City Chiefs, who should that be? Should it be an offensive tackle? Is there somebody you want? Is there a running back in mind? Is there a cornerback? Well, then let me know down in the comment section and help me out, because I'm kind of a bit confused to see who they pick there as well. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, guys. I cannot appreciate you enough. A trade up. It's what we all wanted, and I hope Xavier Worthy is the perfect pick for the Kansas City Chiefs, and they will go forward and be conquerors in the 2024 season. And it's time to play the villain, because guess what? Patrick Mahomes now has a speedy wide receiver once again. The NFL, buckle up. You're in for a lot of trouble. We appreciate you watching here on the Chiefs Report. I am your host, Jace Andrews, and once again, we will say you, peace out here, Chase King.